Hey, a new opening! That's pretty cool. It's January 3rd, 2023, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and here's another change for 2023. I'll be standing on this side from now on. Nope, I don't like it over here. Instead of delaying his tropical vacation by one day, President Biden had the $1.7 trillion omnibus bill flown down to St. Croix so he could sign it. Republicans made one final effort to veto the bill by making it fly southwest. Ironically, the omnibus bill was flown to St. Croix on Spirit Airlines. No joke! Much like the rest of this show. Southwest Airlines, in the days following Christmas, gave the present of over 15,000 canceled flights, inconveniencing thousands of holiday travelers like Babs. See, said Spirit Airlines, we all suck. How about instead? In response, Spirit Airlines made Southwest an honorary employee. No? Sketchworks NewsBrake will now collapse in on itself into a singularity after those intertwined bits. Oh, I guess the new opening saved us. Speaking of collapsing in on itself, the January 6th Congressional Committee officially shuts down after Republicans take control of the U.S. House. Further proof that nobody wants to work anymore. One of Melania Trump's former aides said that the former First Lady constantly feared Rudy Giuliani would walk in on her while she was wearing a robe, which is scary, but not as scary as walking in on Rudy Giuliani wearing a robe. Rudy Giuliani tweeted at 10 p.m. on New Year's Eve that it was 2023 and he was headed into 2024. A spokesperson for Giuliani clarified that the tweet was from future Rudy and not 2022 Rudy. Heading back to the airport. Nope. An airport in central Mexico reported discovering a box containing 4 human skulls wrapped in tinfoil, or aluminum foil. If you're missing a box of human skulls wrapped in tinfoil, or aluminum foil, please call Mexico. It is believed the skulls are those of a family waiting for Southwest to reschedule their flight. North Korea spent New Year's Eve firing 3 short-range ballistic missiles into the ocean. Now, I don't know what the ocean did to North Korea, but they are pissed. In end-of-the-year deaths news, Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI died on New Year's Eve. Yesterday, the Vatican shared his last words, which he spoke in German, so I didn't understand them. Thousands of people have lined up at the Vatican to pay their respects to Pope Emeritus Benedict. Sources at the Vatican gift shop stated that sales of Pope soap on a rope have skyrocketed as a result. Venerable news reporter Barbara Walters died the day before Pope Emeritus Benedict, presumably to prepare for His Holiness's first afterlife interview. Canada rang in the new year by having a law going into effect which bans foreigners from buying any residential property in the Great White North. Oh, look! Canada's trying to be racist! Aw, that's cute. News reports out of Russia said that a drunk Russian soldier beat his commander to death on a military train. Pundits say the soldier has a bright future in Russian politics. Back here in the States, a Colorado man broke into the Colorado Springs police station through a back window to confess to killing his cousin. Sources state the suspect just woke up and killed his cousin with a bow and arrow. This is a disturbing example of someone who did not have their morning coffee. A study in the medical journal Pediatrics, or Pediatrics shows more kids are getting sick from eating marijuana edibles, such as cookies and candy. It's because you're supposed to smoke it, you dumb kids. Police in Tennessee discovered an abandoned home that had 76 dogs living in it, which is just horrible. All those dogs sharing one bathroom. The Viking Orion off the Australian coast of Adelaide is stranded with hundreds of passengers due to authorities discovering biofoul on the cruise ship. What the hell is biofoul? Is that just a fancy term for poop? Those passengers are not happily cruising into 2023. Hey, speaking of biofoul, New York is the latest state to approve a so-called human composting law that allows people to have their bodies composted after they die. In related news, the mafia apologized for decades of polluting New York's waterways with 55-gallon drums filled with union leaders and rats. Police in Thailand are searching for a, quote, disgusting foreigner, not me, this time, who was having sex with a prostitute in public early Christmas morning. Look, cut the guy some slack, okay? It was Christmas. There was no room at the inn. The leader of a polygamist cult in Arizona, again, not me, this time, was arrested for being married to 9 underage girls. Authorities knew they were underage when he asked a Victoria's Secret employee if they had any panties that looked sexy over a diaper. And that's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week with our 150th episode. And we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxell. Say hi to your mom for me.
That's how we started. That's how we started. Ooh, y'all ready for this countdown?